Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mike with K.I.S.S Dog Training, and today we're going to talk about happy visits. And you might ask, what on God's green earth is a happy visit? Well, I recently got my fear-free certification, and that basically is through a group that you can find online at fearfree.com. It's basically handling procedures for dogs and cats, for that matter, so that they can have better experiences with certain services. And the big ones are going to be veterinary care, grooming care, but even from a training standpoint of doing things that are fear free. Okay, I think that's important, so I'm going to just throw it out there right at the very beginning. So, in some of this training and such that I did to become certified, what we start talking about is something I've always done with vets, but I've never really done with grooming. And it's the idea of a happy visit. And this is something that I really recommend with puppies because it's the perfect time during that critical social development period that we can leave a long lasting feeling or emotion when it comes to vet services or grooming services. What we can do is we start doing what are called happy visits. And all I want to do is go into the veterinarian and I'm going to maybe put the dog on the scale, give him a treat. I might walk back into one of the rooms with one of the vet techs. We might put the dog up on the table. A lot of times they don't like tables because it's going to be higher off the ground. So a lot of these fear-free veterinary clinics will work with the dogs on the ground. But the entire idea is working the aspect of this is fear-free, this is rewarding, this is fun. And if, along with all the socialization I ask people to do with puppies, what if we just did once a week stopping by the vet clinic, going in, getting some cookies, getting some love, and leaving? How much more would our dog like the vet? Literally, my dogs will drag me into my vet. Some of the things my vet will end up doing is they will have frisbees with either peanut butter or easy cheese that are have been put in freezers, and they'll pull them out and they'll put them on the ground and let the dog have a special treat. The vet techs may have a fly swatter with peanut butter or easy cheese as a targeting stick, so the dog is getting a reward while the work is being done. But before we even get to that point, if we were doing these happy visits, just coming in and realizing this place isn't scary, it's a fun place, it would be awesome. We can do the same thing with the groomer. There's a couple of groomers here in Kansas City that they call it table time. They'll charge a nominal amount, $5-10. You drop your dog off for a grand total of like 5-10 minutes. And they'll take the dog back, they'll put them on the table, they'll put the groomer's helper on them, they'll feed them treats, they'll look in their ears, they'll play with their toes. They might rub a brush up and down the back of them, and then they undo the groomer's, helper, and they grab the dog, take it back out to the client, hand it to the dog, hand it to the client, and they leave. And they might do that 4 or 5 times before the dog's ever groomed for the first time. Now, a lot of what I'm saying is dealing with puppies, but if you got to go slower with older dogs because they've already got a perspective of life. Puppies are kind of blank slates. We can train them any way we want, and if we do it right, they'll love the groomer, they'll love the vet. But let's say you got a dog who doesn't like the vet. Okay, recently we had a client like this where instead of going into the clinic, we literally they had a picnic bench outside. And we had that dog and me, the trainer, and the veterinarian. Once a week, we would just show up, sit at the picnic table, give the dog some treats, work with the dog. Then we moved it into the lobby and we did that. And then we moved it into a exam room. And we took about a month, about 4 different sessions, just getting used to going once a week to this clinic and being rewarded and realizing it's not scary and helping the dog through the fear that had been built up over years. Okay. So when you hear me or see on Facebook or whatever, me talk about happy visits, or if you're one of my clients and you get the homework that I send you and we talk about happy visits, this is the kind of stuff that I want you doing. Yes, I want you, I force people to do all sorts of goofy stuff. Uniforms are scary to dogs. You can back it up even one step and say anything new can be scary to a dog because they're not ready for it. So if I take the dog to the police department and say, I've got a new puppy, would you mind coming outside? And the police officers will look at you like, why would I want to do that? And you turn around and go, well, dogs are kind of scared of uniforms. I like my dog to like police officers. Most cops then immediately go, hey, cool, give me the treats. We're going to do it. Same thing with the fire department. If you can get your postal workers to do this, you're going to be taking your dog to different locations to meet people and do happy visits with people. This is something that lots of trainers do with puppies, is everybody gives the puppy a little treat and a little pat on the head, and we move on. And I guess I should say pat on the head. It's a bad thing. Dogs don't like being patted on the head, but we touch the dog, give them a treat, move on. There is so much we can do proactively to prevent bad behavior, but we can use some of the same ideas, maybe a little slower, to help dogs who already have these weird bugaboos about uniforms or a certain place like the veterinary. We can help them by not forcing things on them. I do think that a dog getting choice in the matter is important. But if we make it a rewarding experience and we go slow, we can help almost any dog. So, if you've got a dog who's scared of the groomer or scared of the vet, please call a trainer. Go to fearfree.com. You'll find and see if there's people who've been trained in these techniques or a vet clinic that does this. So right now, fearfree.com is working with, groomers. They're working with veterinary clinics. They're also now working with trainers, so that there is a little society out there that can help you with fear. And if you're scared of anything from spiders to snakes to clowns, you know how much it sucks to be scared. And if somebody forces things on you, it makes the situation worse. But if they go slow and they make it rewarding, it can be a lot easier. So, again, a great little topic today. Please reach out to us via email, info@kissdogtraining.com. Call us, 913-269-7595, or reach out to us in some other social media aspect. But we want to hear from you about the topics you want to hear so that we can cover these little topics either in videos or podcasts or both. So I appreciate you listening. This is Mike with K.I.S.S Dog Training. Come back later and we'll talk more dog. Thank you.